And our parliamentarian-elect, Tamikio Francis Garrison. Our treasurer-elect, Dr. Warren Dorsey Williams. Our third vice president, Christopher Levy. Our second vice president-elect, Brenda Wade Hayes Williams, who couldn't be with us as well, but we'll give her a hand. Okay, but she's here with us virtually. Our first vice president-elect, Ms. Agita Fontaine Hall. And last but certainly not least, our president-elect, Mr. Howard White. Now, we're going to ask all of them to come, and we're going to ask them to stand right here. Right here, and as well as Brenda. Who's standing with Agita? Just stand along. And we're going to ask a true son of Southern, a former SJ president, a former state senator, a former district court judge, and now appellate court judge, my friend, line brother, Judge Wilson Fields. Would you come?
Thank you, Executive Director, and to all those who have gathered, to the families of these distinguished individuals who are about to take their oath. I was sitting with my good friend Judge Smith, and then he went pulled in Brother McClinton, and they told me, get up here to do this oath, do things. Stand up so I can be seen, speak loudly so I can be heard, and be brief so these individuals can get sworn in and go take my seat. So I'm gonna do 2 of those. All right, and my good frat brother and line brother, Brother Dixon, has given me my charge and even laid out what I'm supposed to say. I want to say whatever I want to say, but I won't. All right, so first I'm going to speak to the audience, and this is for Southernites. Members of the Southern University Alumni Federation, you have elected these alumni as your as officers of this organization. By doing so, you have demonstrated your confidence in their ability to perform the duties of their respective offices. Do you, Southernites, therefore pledge your support to them and to work with them for the best interest of Southern University Alumni Federation? We do, members. We do. All right. To the officers. The officers and members of Southern University Alumni Federation are given a great task to further the mission of our organization in support of our alma mater. The mission is to support the goals and objectives of Southern University system through our recruitment, financial support, financial support, public relations, community outreach, talent, loyalty, dedication, and commitment to the highest standards. And to these officers, all of them possess those qualities. You have been chosen for a place of leadership in the Southern University Alumni Federation. It is the duty of each of you to work together with each other, the Office of the Alumni Affairs, and other Southernites for the good of our beloved Southern University system. Do you solemnly pledge? Well, let me get y'all to raise y'all right here. Yeah. Do you solemnly pledge to carry out the duties of your office to the best of your ability? I do. Please repeat after me. I do promise to perform.
I do promise to perform
faithfully all the duties of the office.
Faithfully all the duties of the office
which I have been elected. I now declare that you are duly installed as officers of Southern University Alumni Federation, joined together in the common bond of graduates of Southern University, you now stand in furthering the purpose of Southern University Alumni Federation and Southern University system. You may now congratulate your newly officers. I see the executive director coming, pulling my coat, so that's even done.
No, before you leave, I want to make sure you take a picture with the dogs. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Which guys are looking? 3, 1, 2, 3.
Wilson, you have more words.
I think it's only be fitting you all let, our
Yes,
board
yes.
president take the picture as well.
So what are you on this side of the deal? So that we round this. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he was trying to get everybody. I was trying to do what's late. 3, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
All right.
No, sir.
Chancellor Pierre always speaks about the transformative leaders that come out of Southern University, and Wilson Field embodies that sentiment. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my other good friend and fraternity brother, who's also a member of the judiciary, Judge Thomas Smith. Earlier, Mr. Wilson here, he's not judge today, so he's just TA. Without further ado, we're going to hear now for. I don't believe Okay, now without any further ado, we're going to welcome to the podium another frat brother, because they say the alpha was taken over. But another capable leader in Mr. Howard White, as he shares his vision with this organization. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Darren. So, Darren, I need to know, the funeral director, you gave everybody else a charge. My dad, he saw my notes, he said, are you gonna hear it in 2 minutes too? Try to get close to it.
I think you go.
How many times I get close? Well, first of all, good afternoon, what time is it officially? Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. As we sit here on what I call the most picturesque bend on the Mississippi River, looking out over the mighty bluffs, where we've all transversed these grounds. You spent time sitting here, answering all the world's problems, and trying to figure out life all at the same time. That was just me. I don't know about you guys. But truly, I am grateful for everyone that showed up here, for everyone that's watching online, and those that may watch this as a replay. Because I stand here truly humbled. I reflect back to that time. I'm fortunate enough to be a student government president. But a time before that, the first time I walked into this house, I could not go without saying this. It was President Jesse Stone. and he taught me a lesson. I can say it now. It was during the time of the Vanessa Williams situation. And if you're old enough to know, you know. And we walked in the house, and right there in the foyer, he picked up a book. He said, the pictures are not that bad, but whatever you do will follow you for the rest of your life. So choose wisely. I never forgot that, and that's what Southern is. That's what alumni is. It's those mentors, those that guide us. So today I stand here very humble. First, I want to say thanks to my parents who came down, who allowed me to come to Southern. I remember Dean Burrell told my dad, he said, if you let him come, you won't get him back. And
repeat that to your mom, break his mouth.
So thanks again. Thanks, Janice, for lending me to Southern this whole time and agreeing to allow me to walk this journey as Alumni Federation president. And then to my son, Howard III, or AKA Lee, for always keeping me somewhat politically correct and generationally correct. And I must say, you don't want me to say this, but he is the next president of the MBA Student Association. And so as we move forward, to every chapter that I had a chance to visit, every alumni leader, every president that really challenged me, where when I was in DC, LA, all across, sitting down having conversations, listening and learning, that was very critical. Because the one thing I do know, the love for Southern is very true. To my executive board, congratulations again to each and every one of you. But as you know, the work has already begun. Oftentimes people say, hey, you don't start until. No, we've already started, and you will see some of that fruit as we move forward. As I stand here tonight, I'm reminded it's not about us. It's about SU. It's about the students. It's about our alumni. It's about every chapter, no matter how big, how small. Any person who says, I am for Southern, then I'm willing to help you, and I am with you. That is what tonight is about. And so one of the things I want to challenge you to do as we look at our love for Southern, just remember that we came here with a vision. We came with a plan. And the beautiful part about a vision and a plan, you're ready to build. And that's what we're looking for. If you really leaned into our campaign, we talked about 4 sustainable areas. And that's what we're going to build on. The beautiful part about it, and you're going to hear more about this in Dallas, our very first initiative is built around alumni engagement. Ms. Brenda, who could not be here, she's hanging out by now, surprising a family member and doing what we're supposed to do. It's talking about charging and challenging every Jaguar. You hear me say this often. Everybody has time, talent, and treasures. And we're going to ask you to lend some of each to us during this time. One thing I do know, an engaged alumni body doesn't wait for information to take action, but we're going to share the information and give you a path to take action. The second thing is sustainable student success. Working with my third vice president, Mr. Levy, it's going to be critical that we support students at a higher level. Scholarships are great, but we got to be willing to mentor those students. Provide what I call the success dollars, because getting them here is not just enough. There's a lot more to get them out of here, so they can be fruitful alumni. You hear me talk a lot about Dean Burrell. He used to say to us all the time, you're here partially because of people you would never meet. The only way you can thank them is go out and be successful and help others that you would never meet. And I stand on that today as I look at service. The third thing is institutional trust and partnerships. As I work with my first vice president, we want to grow stronger partnerships. When I say partnerships, not only external partnerships, but internal partnerships. Working closer with our board of supervisors, working closer with all 5 campuses. Because even though we're 5 campuses, we have to be one heartbeat. We have to be one Southern. That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us different. And so as we move forward, we know that we cannot thrive, live in isolation. And so the last pillar is systems. You know, Carlton, thanks a lot for saying that, of passing the baton. I accept that baton and continue to build on the systems that you put in place. Because no administration, not just president, no administration should leave it worse than they found it. You know, you were talking about Dr. Miles Monroe. He's one of my favorite authors. I just don't regret it. I had a chance to meet him and never did not go and meet him. But through his words, he reminds us, without a vision, we cease to desist. And that is something that I'm reminded about, so thanks again for that. And so as I get ready to close, I want to remind you that we're going to be in Dallas in a few short weeks, about 3 weeks from now. And I really will share the full vision there, or shall I say 85 years young. Born in 1941 as an alumni federation, or as I like to say, an alumni family. And with that, when we hit the ground running, we're going to be driving to 85. It is our commitment, it is our movement to bring at minimum 8,500 Jaguars into the alumni family, alumni federation. And so you're going to hear more about that plan because you're going to be asked to bring your friends in to the active family. We talked about those 3 T's. If you're not using 2 of them, you're not considered active. You're on the sidelines. You're a bystander. And I don't apologize for that. So I look forward to Dallas. But as I close, I want to remind you, we're going to work together to build a better Southern. People say, hey, why do you say better? Because everything can always be better. Nothing is ever perfect. The other thing is, we are really going to learn to serve at a higher level. I'm going to challenge each of you, and I accept the challenge from each of you. And as always, in closing, God bless the Jaguar Nation. Thank you.
I was playing. Thought you were gonna talk that long. No, thank you, President White. Certainly inspiring. Certainly looking forward to working with all of you all. Some I've worked with in the past. Rachel is coming back. Chris is coming back. Certainly excited about the new blood coming in and the passion that each has already exhibited even before we got started. Couple more things before we get. I got to take care of some home business. How was everything today? Everything great?
Yeah.
Now, I talked to Vice Chairman Reggie Abraham yesterday evening about some common stuff, and he said, "Dick, y'all gonna have a plate of dinner?" I said, Reggie, it wasn't my idea. I said, I promise. I said, but it's I can handle one woman, but 3 women, I had to get out of the way and let him have it. He said, yeah, Dick, I live with 3 women. But none of this, we thanked a lot of folks, but the true heartbeat behind making this happen was my assistant director, Michelle Jones. we can't, forget the silent one in the bunch, Mr. Chris Barber. Who's making it possible for us to stream this live, to the whole Jaguar Nation. In closing, and we're gonna, end in a minute in fellowship. I hope you all don't act like, folk at a church anniversary, get your plates and leave. I hope we can, take a little time in fellowship, because we did have the building to 7. I am really looking forward to, what the future holds. There's a lot of things that have happened in the 2 years that I've been here, in this seat, in this role. Some learning curves, and like Carlton said earlier, and I think I told him this, that we were in Shreveport. First graduation I did was up there, because their graduation was before the Baton Rouge campus that year. And I and Congressman Cleo Fields, who was another great son of Southern, were sitting in the lobby with Cleo was the speaker for that night, and Carlton asked, "So y'all tell me, how do I make everybody happy?" And I told him, Carlton, but in leadership, 2 things are sure. Some folk will be happy, some folk aren't. Am I right about that, leader? It's not gonna make everybody happy, but make sure that you did your best, that you led with your heart, and you did what you thought was the best thing to do. So I'm excited about the future. There's a lot of work. We want to be partners with this campus. The campus needs the alumni. One of the things I've learned in sitting in foundation meeting every week is that the largest donor set that the foundation has is the alumni. So this university needs the alumni, but we need them at a greater level. And it's incumbent upon all of us, especially you all as leaders. Number one, to lead in giving. Me and Howard was discussing the draft of 85 yesterday, and we talked about adding a level to the enhanced life membership in between Sapphire and Diamond, because that's a big jump. Some folk can just back and jump. So I got to run back and jump. So we were looking at adding level and gold level, and we're going to be rolling it out soon. I say, and I'm going to be the first one to become a gold member. I say, because I can't ask folks to give if I don't give. And Howard said, well, I'm going to the diamond. I say, that's right, Mr. President, because you can't sit high and pay low. So it's incumbent. Yeah. And I told him, he said he gonna use it. I said, well, I can't take credit for it. The late great T.J. Jefferson said that a long time ago, and I've never forgotten that. But it's gonna be incumbent upon us not only to give of ourselves, our time, talent, and treasure, especially treasure, but to be also a catalyst to encouraging other folks to be a part of this federation, but also be a part of giving. As I told some alumni of Lafayette a year ago, all the problems we have can be solved with money. Am I right, Mr. Chancellor? A lot of the problems we have, yeah, not all of them, yeah, but the Bible does say that money solves all things. Am I right, Pastor? Yeah. But a lot of our problems can be solved with money. A lot of the things a lot of the complaints that they call the chancellor about, they're going to call Howard about, that they weren't calling about, can be settled with money. So we're going to have to be even at a greater level, and because times are changing, the formula's changing. We're facing some tough times at HBCUs across this country, and there's an attack on diversity, equity, inclusion. the whole 9 yards. It's gonna be, even more incumbent upon us to step up to the plate and take care of the place we say we love. And our alma mater say, oh, Southern, dear Southern, we owe all of this, but we act like Southern owe us. But we really owe our all to thee, and we ought to give our all to thee, and we'll be able to tell, because I often say, and I heard this somewhere too, that you can tell what folk love by what their checkbook look like. And I want to be guilty of having given what I can. I'm a state employee, as Michelle always say that, and we loan the totem pole. My PF don't make the board package, but as much as I can, I want to give to support this institution. I want to encourage you to do the same, and not just you, but everybody you touch ought to do so. Because I know my line brother is getting ready to enhance his life membership. He told us that a couple of months ago, and I'm gonna hold him to it. That's why I asked him, because he's my line brother, and I wanted him to be here. But and I won't put him on the spot like I already have. But I mean, I am going to be aggressive because this group of people are ready to go. So I had my 3 preachers minutes, and so I'm going to close with that. We're going to keep the music back on. We got plenty of drinks left. Probably no more wine, but and dessert will be coming around. So stick around. We'll turn the music up, enjoy each other, and fellowship, because after the day the work begins. And some housekeeping too. Briefly, officers, newly now installed officers, we need you all to step back in the room, because we do have 2 things we need to take care of as of now aboard. And this gonna be y'all first official act. And but a couple of things that we need to take care of as a board, so we can be aligned and ready to go July 1. Other than that, God bless you. Y'all have a good evening. Let the party, keep the party.
DJ Cruz, Billy. DJ CP.
Yeah. You going back in? You going back in?
Yeah.